Okay, so we launched custom agents and Notion workers yesterday. They're very cool. Here's a quick video of why I care about this stuff, why I think it's interesting. Let's start. I think my use case here I want to show everyone is I built this little side project on the weekend. It's called Shiori. It's a little bookmarking app. It's cool. And people are using it and they're sending me feedback and there's bugs and there's like all this stuff happening, but I don't have time to deal with all of it. So I'm like, what can I let AI take off my plate? Well, it'd be really nice if it could like fix bugs for me and like triage feedback and just help me understand what's going on within the system. So, can I make a custom agent that deals with this for me? This is what a custom agent looks like. What is a custom agent, you might be asking? Well, it's simple. It's basically a bundle of triggers, instructions, and tools. Triggers we'll get to in a second. Instructions is just you write a prompt. It's like a page in Notion. You write a little prompt. And then tools, you give it access to your data. So here I've given it access to my email, to Stripe, to Sentry. I can pick all this other stuff, Calendar, Slack, GitHub, Figma, whatever. All this stuff is built in out of the box, which is great. Like now I have this custom agent. I set that up in 2 seconds and I can come over here and I can say like, how many people have upgraded or how many people used the product yesterday, right? And it can go in here and use these tools to answer questions. Now the problem is if you're building any kind of serious custom agent that you're trying to do like something very specific to your business or to your personal use case, it needs access to data and workflows that Notion probably isn't going to build, right? Like we're not going to go through and build a little Shiori connector here so that everyone that uses Notion can like connect to like that would be insane, right? So that's where Notion workers come in. Notion workers are this really cool library. It's very early alpha, but I encourage tinkerers to tinker, where essentially you can write code, you can push that code to Notion, we'll host it, and then you can give your custom agent access to run that code dynamically whenever it wants, which is very cool. So, for example, I have created a worker with a bunch of stuff. For example, I connected it to Axiom. This is just like a function that connects to my Axiom dataset. Cool. Connects to GitHub. I extended the Stripe API. Like I think their MCP is okay, but I needed it to do a couple of extra things, so I extended that. I connected it to Supabase, so it can talk to all the data in my database, as well as I can trigger Claude Code sessions in a GitHub workflow. This is all stuff that Notion probably wasn't going to build for me, but now I can build it myself. And the crazy thing about all this is like I didn't write a single line of this code. All I did was I came to this repo, grabbed the URL, pasted it into Claude Code. I'm like, make me these worker tools so that I can do these things inside of a Notion custom agent. Okay, so that brings us back here. You can see these Shiori tools, Stripe customers, Axiom logs, query the database, query the API, and then talk to Claude Code. Very cool. So now over here, I can like ask better questions, or I can ask it to do things for me, right? Like I can say like, what are some of the things that happened yesterday, or what are the highest priority issues happening in the system right now? But the real goal here is to offload work. I want Shiori Guide, this custom agent, to be working for me in the background, which is where we get to triggers. So a few of the triggers that I've set up here, I have one that anytime I receive an email with feedback from users, when they send a feedback form in app, it goes into this little database, and I basically have some instructions here that say anytime you receive an email about Shiori feedback, fill in the database, fill in the title with what it's about, and then also you have access to Supabase and Stripe, so you can go learn about the user who sent it. Are they on a free plan? Are they on a pro plan? Are they using the product a lot? What have they done recently? Like I can actually just really enrich this feedback. So here you can see this feedback is from pro users, this is from free users, and that's great. So I'm already just like able to pipe in very specific data from external sources and then enrich it with stuff from within the Shiori system. And then the next trigger is I can say anytime the status gets set to build. So if I come back over here, I can update the status from triage to build. What I want you to do is go and build it. So just forward that page to a Claude Code workflow on GitHub, which is really cool because I could do that manually, right? Like I could just come over here and say like, oh, this looks like a bug we should fix, and I'm going to build that. Or I can tell this custom agent, hey, you decide when we should build it, right? Right now I have it manual. But imagine I say, like, if you think this bug is important or easy to fix, or you looked at the logs and it's obvious what to do next, just go ahead and open the PR. It's fine. And then the last trigger I have here is basically coming in reverse. So after the Claude Code session opens a PR, it just pings back. It'll set the status to complete and it'll notify me. So I could be on my phone, out for a walk, whatever, and I can get a notification on Notion. It's like, hey, your Claude buddy opened a PR because you got a bug report via email and we figured out how to do everything in between. So here's just an example. We don't need to watch a whole workflow, but this is a PR that was opened earlier. Something about X bookmarking sync. Great. So now I can take a look at this code, or I could pull it down and like do a review, whatever I need to do. But for like the small bug fixes, the things that I can just do from my phone, this is just a really awesome way to offload a lot of work. Yeah, and then now I can just keep riffing from here. I can write any tool that I want with Notion Workers, make this custom agent have access to any system I want it to have access to. It can do stuff inside of Shiori. I could connect it to the Shiori API and like use this to save links or ask about the stuff that I'm saving. One of the things that I wanted to do over here is like I could actually notice when people cancel their subscription and like proactively just draft an email. I don't know. That seems kind of nice. Just like takes a lot of this background processing off my plate. Okay. Whew. So that's custom agents. Really cool out of the box, but eventually you're going to hit these bottlenecks where you want them to do really specific or personal things. So then you have workers. You can write code, host that code on Notion, and now your custom agents can run that code dynamically. So I'm very excited. I hope you'll check it out, play around with the workers. It's an alpha. But as you can see, it's working over here. I can ask it to do stuff. One of the things I did earlier was like have it draft those cancellation emails for me, but I realized I shouldn't show it on camera because it has actual email addresses. But yeah, in the short term, I've built my own little sort of software factory, my little mini bug fixer that's just purely routing through Notion, custom agents, and Claude Code on GitHub. Yeah, I'm excited to see what everyone makes. Tweet at me anytime. I'm excited to see what you make. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just finished recording the first part of this and I forgot like one of the best use cases for having all of this stuff in place. Okay. So, again, I have this side project that I want to spend less time like thinking about in the background, or in the foreground. I want to push the thinking to the background. So I'm going to start getting these feedback requests. And you might have noticed right away that like 2 of these are the same. These ones kind of look the same. These 3 kind of look the same. So now what I can do, all this stuff's coming into Notion. It's in the database. I can actually have a trigger that says anytime I receive an email with feedback, go look through all of the other feedback email threads and see if I've answered the question before. And if I've answered the question before, just pre-draft a response. I don't want it to send automatically. I guess I could. I would prefer to like review every email that gets sent. I like to type emails. But just the initial like, hey, this is a thing that's happened before. We've seen it. Seed my draft to save me the time is really incredible. So what that means is over time, the Shiori feedback actually ends up being, maybe I need to rename this, right? Like this ends up becoming less of the feedback database and it's more of the like help center documentation, like solve your own problems kind of database where eventually this can sort of self-heal and like learn as I respond to people and answer their questions over email, how Shiori works, and then answer those questions in the future for other people. Like imagine I let this run for a month or whatever. Now I can just point AI at this database and be like, go write the documentation or like, I don't know, whatever I need to do. Go write the guides for common problems that people run into. Or probably what I'd rather do is just point that at Claude Code and say like, here's the 5 things that people often get stuck on. Here's the replies that I always have to send to get them unstuck. Let's just go and fix that in the product. So very exciting. All right, that's it.